and bring up your audio. I'll let you know when we're back, so you'll hear me, okay?
Okay. There's no music on the
I
title
know,
screen.
I know. Okay, so we are back following this
Hello.
little short break there. And are y'all ready for some roller games?
No cops this time.
No, are we sure? I mean, I guess. So for this one, the our participants are basically kind of acting as cops, from what I understand from your runs. Can you explain to me the deep lore of Robo Games, Cat?
Robo games. I don't know what that is.
The roller games. I was looking at chat and I see like the Robo Games and the Roller Cop. It's everything's just kind of blending together.
Okay.
And I think that's the crossover of all crossovers.
So, roller games, before we even get to the video game, Roller Games was an actual TV show based in the 90s that tried to do. It was like the WWE of roller derby. So they had like discrete teams and tried to make stories, and like the first episode had like an alligator pit. The alligator pit was pretty intense. There's an arcade game also, but it's more real. It's more regular, like roller skating. There's roller skating everywhere. It's more like a regular roller derby kind of thing. But this is a video game that Konami, Ultra Games was like, no, we're gonna make a sort of beat 'em up that kind of feels like you're always on ice, and thus Roller Games exists. And there's no cops. It is a world where there's supposed to be a roller derby, and then like a bad person is stopping it from happening. So we beat him up probably, and then I don't want to spoil the ending, but there is an ending to this game, and it's not just thank you. Thank you for your cooperation.
That is absolutely fantastic. Real quick though, before we get into this run, we actually have had 3 donations come in. We have one from Gliitchless's best friend, who donated $25, says they're doing it for the shirt, and the donation goes to my choice. My choice being the new debut sprite for our Final Fantasy IV free enterprise race. I worked real hard on it, y'all. You trust me, you all want to see it. The other ones we have from NPC! Exclamation point, also donating because Roller Games is an awesome NES game. They cannot wait to see it played. Also, they kind of want that shirt. And we also have $25 from our lovely Margaret Ann with 80s Power Hour hype. So thank you all so much for donating. I'm going to turn it back over to Kat, and I think we're going to see the absolute power and beauty that is Roller Games.
So shout out to my best friend, whomever that is. I'm proud of you. Shout out to Margaret. Shout out to NPC. I guess I'll play some roller games. If that sounds good to everyone here. I'm just going to get to the character select screen. Oh wait, is there an intro? Okay, this is the intro. It's these gentlemen talking. We're not going to watch that. I already explained the lore to you. So, there are 3 teams you can play as in this game. They're the T-Birds, Hot Flashes, and Rockers. I have never played as the T-Birds or Rockers. The Hot Flashes is the only thing you ever need to know about this video game, because it's way cooler and much more fun. I guess let's get a countdown and we can play the video game.
Alright, so let's get it going. In 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Alright. I want to see everyone out there. So this is the first area. It looks like a street with holes in it. It's a very poorly made street. But you're immediately going to see me roller skating, which is what this video game is. We roller skate and punch these people in the face. It's a little bit more violent than the RoboCop, which seems impossible. Ow. That was rude. And I immediately fell down a hole, which has not happened to me in years. Deaths in this game are really brutal. They send you back really, really far. And, that was not a great way to start this, but that's fine. I am expecting to die in this game multiple times because it does not care about me in the way that I care about it. Which is fine. We do not have a mutual relationship with Roller Games and I. Anyway, there's that roller flex that is my favorite thing in the world. I want to see everyone out there in chat, in their chairs, doing that little flex every time that we get to one that it happens on screen. I recently ran this at a live marathon, and my whole bench was doing the move. So that was a combat section, and you'll notice like our physics change between combat sections and like roller skating sections. In those sections, you move like you're just playing like Double Dragon or something. You just move on a regular like line. In this section, you've got a lot of momentum. You get hit by that barrel because why not? And so now we're back here. We're doing the roller flex. And this time, first time we're going to see our special move. This is this weird flip thing. It like basically one-shots almost anything. It's a ton of damage, but ow, that was rude. Jump kicks do as much as a full combo, but they almost never hit. So this is the second area, and that's a checkpoint there. These gentlemen are going to throw grenades at us, and they put holes in the ground, which will instant kill me. But you just kind of skate up the right side for luck and safety. That jump is kind of like a little short hop of sorts that's super easy to miss. And here's our little flex, and we have our first boss. Not much of a challenge, just going to be 2 bosses here. So we're going to take out all these guys. We don't want to waste any of our super moves. And they only have 3 charges of it per checkpoint. So we're going to hit these dudes for a little while. And this guy's going to come out the door. We're going to hit him twice with this move unless he jumps at us. We're good. And this guy's so mad, he's going to run back and forth. We're going to let him hit us because why not? And we're just going to hit him once. And that's the first level. I'm flexing my chair.
I'm absolutely flexing with you, Spirit.
This is the second stage. This is an auto-scroller. It's one of 2 auto-scrollers. They act as like you have beaten a level, now you are traveling to the next area. Oh, I should have poured a glass of water for this, but it's basically going to be a bunch of really simple jumps, and then there's going to be an attack helicopter at the end. We will not fight the helicopter, and we were never dissuaded. So we're going to beat up these Silver Surfers, and just get ready to jump again. And make a big jump. Oh, this music is great. Everyone, get your sour please out, because this is great. There's some better music later. And not much is happening. If any spot's going to kill me, it's coming up. It's probably not going to kill me, but we'll see. Well, now that I said that, dying in the auto-scroller also sets you back to the beginning of the auto-scroller. Another great feature. It's this section here, like the way the barrels line up. Occasionally you just miss that jump. So, here's the helicopter. All we're going to do is sit up to the top of the screen and jump when it looks dangerous. It is an astronomical amount of rockets that they try to use to hurt a roller skater, which, seriously, what are you doing? Like, don't you have anything else to do with your time? I am just roller skating down the highway.
Kat, didn't you see that speedrun enforced by airplane fighter sign?
Oh, I must have missed that. I was too busy roller skating. Yeah, the countercopter. It's on his way to drop off Bill Reiser and Lance.
So is roller skating more or less powerful than dabbing? I need to know this, like, on a scale.
Dabbing makes you irreversibly invincible. So, as much as I enjoy roller skating... Oh, I timed that jump poorly. I would like to say the dabbing is probably the greater move here. But I bet you roller. You're making me say it now. I bet you RoboCop can't skate. And if that's a call-out, it's a call-out. I'm not taking it back. You'll see me take some hits here, and none of them are intentional. It's fine, though. There is almost nothing dangerous in this level. Except that hole in the ground. Roller dabbing. So, we're gonna fight 4 or 5 dudes again. Trying to get them both on the same side of each other. So you can just take them out with one special move. Okay, this area is the first wall for, like, anybody just casually playing this game. Like, you can get through the beginning stuff pretty easily. Then you get here, and then the game just kind of, like, you repeatedly fall in the water. It doesn't feel hard, but then, like, oh, it gets bad. But you play this game enough, you beat your head against it, you do alright. So these guys are just going to lure over to the water and just let them go swimming. Everyone knows you cannot swim with roller skates. And I think this is one more? Ow! One of them punched me back, and that's extremely rude. I like that jump, it looks far. So you want to take your time right here. You're always urged to... Oh wow, that was good. It always feels like you want to jump as far as you can, but you kind of just want to take a second there. Alright, third boss. He is extremely annoying. It's this gentleman with a spear. Oh, we wasted that. So we wasted that move. I'm trying to hit him as soon as he comes on camera. But it really just means this is going to take a little bit longer. When I was first learning this game, this guy was like incomprehensible and I just could not work it out. Okay, time for the second auto-scroller. So, as not much else is going on, as I did with RoboCop, please turn to your left, turn to your right, introduce yourself to a stranger. Whoever's sitting next to you in Valkyrie Arena. Make a friend. I'm doing some really scary jumps there for no reason. So the motorcycles are back, and they're going to throw stuff at us this time. But still, not so bad. I like this part of the chorus, I guess. It's just more jumping over barrels. There's not going to be a helicopter at the end of this one, so sorry to all the helicopter enthusiasts. There's no more helicopter.
I, as a helicopter enthusiast, I'm very disappointed by the lack of helicopter, but I am enjoying the motorcycles we're now getting.
Well, here's a dog that's faster than me. Shout outs to that dog. He's gonna win the roller derby.
Is the dog your rival cat?
It might be. So we're coming up to the next boss. It is once again just like, don't die. It's this big truck. You might have seen this truck in Sonic Adventure, chasing Sonic the Hedgehog, probably. I can't promise it's the same truck, but it's probably the same truck.
I'm here for your unified truck theory.
So shout outs to this truck that has an obscene amount of barrels in it. But probably not too many barrels. I'm not really a judge of barrels here. And really, this is it. You kind of sit right here. Ow, that was bad. I mean, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't great. Goodbye, truck. And we have completed the last auto-scroller, and now we are entering the scariest level of the game. And then it will be followed by a scarier level at some point. So this is Vietnam, I think. I like to consider it as. It's a weird thing to roller skate on. You'd think that you wouldn't be able to roller skate on dirt, but, I mean, I don't make the roller skating rules. And if I did, this game would be longer, and there'd be several sequels, and they'd only get better. So these are the Violators. These are these blue dudes. I don't have much else to say about the Violators other than they're an actual team in this game. In the actual league. Shout out to this hitbox. We punched approximately 11 feet over his head. Good enough. And just in case you missed that hitbox, we're going to see it again. So everyone, get your hitbox signs out. Bam! There it is. You're welcome. So this is not a checkpoint, but there's going to be no more fighting between here and the checkpoint, so you're going to see me waste some of the special moves, or get punched and not do anything. And this cave coming up is literally the scariest thing in the world. It's not spooky, like there's no ghosts in it. But it is very easy to fall and die, so I'm probably not going to make hilarious commentary while I'm in the cave. And just try to not die. Okay, cave done. There is a much scarier way to get to the cave that I am not going to do in a marathon. It is just you go full speed and just know when to jump. It is terrifying at all times. But now we're part of the Bubble Man stage. If anyone had high hopes for their bitrate, it is now dashed. Shout out to Bubble Man. And that fish. And because this stage is the stage it keeps on giving, we have even scarier jumps. Thankfully, the exit of that cave was a checkpoint. Oh, thank goodness. That is not a very clear jump to make. The actual speedrun there is some two very scary jumps to make there. And you just kind of clear that whole section in a second. I'm gonna try to put these people in the water again. Come on, charge them. Thank you. Please come here. Or don't. Oh gosh! That would have been really bad. Alright, here's our jet ski boss. The natural predator of the roller skater is the jet ski. And what we're gonna do is just cross over the direction that he's coming from, and just hit him with our super a few times. And then when we're out of super, we'll do a jump kick. Jump kick being the natural predator of the jet ski. And everyone knows this because we all were in high school together. All of us. So that's a jet ski down. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was about to say, I probably would have enjoyed high school more if I had gone to high school with you, Kat. You sound like a super cool person.
Thank you so much. Welcome to stage 6. This is the final stage. You saw it as a very scary moment in the background. It starts you facing right, but that's a dead end. This is technically a maze, but in a maze, like I said, like, there's not a lot of directions to go. And if you go the wrong way, there's an immediate dead end. The most maze-like portion of this game is why do I keep using my super moves fighting the little dudes when I should save them for the bigger dudes. And I know that's very vague, but right now you're seeing little dudes. And eventually you'll see that big Macho Man guy again. And that's who we want to use the big special moves on. There he is. That would be a pretty awesome high school if they got all of us together in it. So, this is a very special occasion, so if anyone was saving like a bottle of wine or champagne for this, it's time to break it out. I did not go the wrong way once. And I know you probably wanted to save it for a milestone of yours, but I mean, we're all here together, and I mean, I just did something cool. Alright, this level, that was a checkpoint. This has got some scary jumps also. Missing any of these, you just land in the spikes and you die immediately. No, like, oh, it hurt a little, but whatever. No, it's like, sorry, can't roller skate on spikes. And I mean, it's true. You can't roller skate on spikes. You can try. I don't recommend it. At all. So this is another combat section. You don't want to use your super moves early again, because there's going to be a person who looks exactly like one of these other people. But they do cool jump kicks. Well, jump kicks like mine. That's not them. It's this one. Alright. This section from here to the end of this checkpoint is the bane of my existence. So we got past the first part. That's cool. Alright. That's what I was worried about. So, back to the beginning of stage 6-2. What could have been a very good time. 15. Actually, it would have been a really good time. I would have PB'd off that. But I'll settle for not horrible. So jump kick does a lot of damage, but often the guys will just duck. And that's really the only RNG in this game is the jump kicks. It's okay. We'll just do it right this time. So that, I've basically got the muscle memory on that down. Okay. Getting hit by some of these is okay. It's that one I didn't want to get hit by. Okay, let's try this again. This is basically the end of the game. Like, there's another platforming section after this. It's just not bad. And my apologies to all the Valkyries for dying in your marathon. But you are Valkyries, and I just assume you'll be able to bring me back in some fashion.
I mean, that's just what we do, right?
So much required skill here. Oh. Oh wow, I missed that. This is gonna take a few extra jump kicks now. Okay. That's just not me paying attention. Welcome to Valhalla. Game overs are not bad in this game at all. They just kind of send you back to the checkpoint. There's no real reason for them to be in the game. Okay. Again. This is just kind of what Rollergames does. Sorry about that. At least it's what it does to me. And lately I've been getting through this screen on the first try, and I don't know what I'm doing incorrectly this time. But it's okay. Jump. Alright. Doing the jumps correctly. Take 3. I'm just going to take a moment of silence for this. Okay, we're good. I'm just going to not tempt fate there. Alright. I like this room a lot because you're clearly supposed to go around the spikes, but we don't got time for that. We just died a bunch of times earlier, so we're just going to take it the quick way. I mean, even if we didn't die a bunch of times, we'd take the quick way because this is what we do. Take that cool little jump there, and this is the final checkpoint. This is the final boss room. Welcome to this weird monk guy, I guess. But first we have to fight lackeys, because this is a video game, and it's 1990. In the video game, and in real life. It's 1990 again. Welcome back to the 90s. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, can I get one of those cool 90s windbreakers then?
I mean, yes. I just assumed you already have one.
I want one really badly, like 100% legitimately, because they're so cute and colorful. But it's hard to actually find one that looks good. That looks good and is in my size.
All right, here comes the final boss. It's this jumpy guy. We're waiting for him to do long jumps, not the little ones like that. There we go. Or we miss entirely, and we miss entirely twice. I don't know why this is missing. There we go. So now we're just gonna jump kick him slowly to death. Those super kicks do a lot of damage. Come on, do your long jump. I believe in you. Good, monk. Have it again. Come on. Also, this music is awesome, and trying to drum it is impossible. There are so many changes. Please. So, fun fact about this video game that's unrelated to the speedrun. I thought you needed to hit the kick button to do the jump kick. You do not. You just hit the jump button. You'll automatically jump kick. Yeah, this is the guy that's stopping all the roller skating from happening. So if anyone's ever loved roller skating, this is like your worst enemy. And we all love roller skating. That's good. That's time. Thank you so much. That was 20 minutes. That's okay. So here's the ending. All right, just in case you were not paying attention, get ready. Game is now over, and you are victorious. That's it.
I love it. That is some winner is you level. of congratulation. I love it.
The action is real, not only from TV. And it's a very awkward thing. Now, if you're looking at the screen still, there's this dude right here. We didn't see him at all. That's one of the playable characters. And then here comes a hot flash. The dude in the background is the T-Bird. And then here comes the third playable character, the Rocker. I've never played it. I've played as them a little bit. They're not fun to play as. I mean, they are. I've never played as them. I'm lying. Anyway, if you wanted to know who made this game, it's up on screen right now. And we're just gonna roller skate down the highway. And I hope everyone had a blast, because I had a blast with this, did you say 80s Power Hour? 80s Rock Block?
The 80s Power Hour is how I've been describing it. But the 80s Rock Block, the 80s Robo Roller Block also works.
The 80s Roller Block is perfect. Anyway, shoutouts to roller skating through a highway in space. That's pretty cool. Well, chat, I really had a good time with you, and I hope we do it again sometime. Alas, my time with you is at an end. But you had a good time with my Soul Blazer and my RoboCop and my roller games. And one day we'll mix all three games into some one super game. But until then, I hope you enjoy the rest of the marathon. There's a very good run coming up after this. Like a really good run. By the world record holder.
Yes, we're going to be able to see Utopia. It's going to be next up. We're going to go back to break after this. And we'll have some more chill tunes to enjoy. And thank you everyone who donated during this run. We absolutely do appreciate it, as does Take This. They appreciate it as well. Thank you all so much for supporting them in this marathon. And I'm going to switch it back over to chill times while we wait for Utopia to get set up. And I'll be hanging around. I'm going to be your host again for the Utopia run, and I'm looking